and Jay's way.
Oh, yeah.
This is a story from GSW Ball Report. The Warriors could emerge as a dark horse for Cameron Johnson, per New York Post. Cam Johnson, while the Kings, Magic, and Lakers are interested, one recent report said that the Warriors and Spurs could be dark horse candidates to acquire him. Only part I saw on that is that the Kings are still interested in Cam Johnson because I want him here. That's my guy for a year now.
Yes, you've been bringing him up and talking about him for a year. And this is really, one of the first times we've heard somebody actually say, yeah, the Kings are interested in Cam Johnson. We heard Kyle Kuzma before, some of these other guys out here. But Cam Johnson linked to Lakers, Magic, Kings amid Nets buzz, according to this Bleacher Report write-up that I'm looking at.
And then we also have the Spurs and the Warriors now. People are saying, you can't let them go to the Warriors or Spurs.
Right.
Or the Lakers, right?
Yeah.
We can't have that.
So this Bleacher Report article came out today, and it was from Brian Lewis of the New York Post. Cam Johnson has 3 years and $69 million left on his contract.
He'll de-escalate,
right? Going down. Averaged just 13.4 points, 44% shooting, 39% from three last season. And so, he's the guy that would check a lot of boxes. Let me ask you this. Is he a good enough defender for us and rebounder for us?
Yes.
Yes.
And he can defend a couple different positions in the front court and the back court. However, against a bigger, like if he was your 4 and you were putting up against like a Julius Randle or something,
right? He might have some issues.
That might not work. But and the other thing is, okay, so if you got him and he's 6'8", you can say, wow, the Kings are a little small, right?
Yep.
But last year they were pretty small. They were number 1 in defensive rebounding. Yeah. And I go back to the Warriors team that Coach Brown was with in 2022 when they won the championship. That was a small team. Yeah. They won the championship. There are ways, if you can shoot the ball like Cam Johnson can shoot the ball, where you can work around matchups like you could play a Rudy Gobert off the floor. So, we've all said, boy, we'd like to see him add some size, some beef.
Right.
Okay, yeah, that would be nice. But I think Cam Johnson would be a perfect fit. As you said, only 13 points per game. But I think that's a good thing. We talked about Kuzma. Well, would Kuzma want to come here? Mm-hmm. Would there be enough shots for him? You don't have to worry about that with Cam Johnson. He's not going to be unhappy about a lack of shots, but the shots he gets, he's going to make a lot of them.
Yeah, it's shot 10.7 shots per game last season with Brooklyn. That's fine. That's all you need. You don't need him to be an 18 shot or 15 shot per game kind of guy. I am worried about the rebounding, and I know, we led the league in defensive rebounding, but that was because of Domantas Sabonis.
Yeah,
let's call it what it is.
Yeah,
he's still there. But when you go against a big front line, and not a whole lot of teams have this, Cat and Rudy Gobert, I think, and I know we beat them, and I understand that. Better yet, let me look at Jokic and Aaron Gordon. Can Cam Johnson deal with an Aaron Gordon on the glass? Can Cam Johnson defend an Aaron Gordon?
Well, like I said, he might be that type of player. Like I mentioned, you said Julius Randle.
Yeah.
He does struggle against some guys that are a little bigger, a little stronger. So that's fair enough.
And would he play the 4, or would you keep Keegan at the 4? You know what I mean? And he'd be your 3. Is Keegan more equipped to deal with those guys?
Depending on who you're playing any given night, they're almost interchangeable.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
But the downside of that is you may not actually have a true, by today's standards, 4. One.
And to get Cam Johnson, do you think it would take Herter and a first rounder or something like that?
I would do that. I don't know. I can't speak for.
I don't know what Brooklyn wants.
Yeah, I don't know what Brooklyn would. But Jordy will help us, right?
Nah, heck no.
What do you guys need?
Yeah, Tay says Cam not starting if we get him. You believe that?
I think he might be, but I'm not really. He's going to be playing a lot of minutes, and he's going to be playing at the end of games.
Right.
So whether he starts or not,
And I'm in on Cam because here's the thing: he may not be the perfect solution, but he's a guy that can help you. And to your point, Whitey, and it just hit me. Sure, even if he doesn't start, he could play 28 minutes a night, 25 minutes a night, and be very effective. He elevates the talent of the team, and so I'm all for elevating the talent. If you could get a Cam Johnson Sure, he doesn't, to me, Bobby Portis is the perfect fit, but he's not available. If you can get a Cam Johnson, that helps you. Instead, and this was one of the issues we had last season. Mike Brown only trusted about 7 guys on the team. Now you get a Cam Johnson. You've added DeMar. Now you're, trusting 8, 9 guys next season. And so I'm all for it, man. Mm-hmm. And I don't think it would cost a lot. That's what's frustrating to me and perplexes me. How come he hasn't been moved yet? Like, how come a deal has not been struck yet?
Mm-hmm. It might cost a little more to get him because there are a lot of teams interested. But I'll tell you why I'm not so much worried about the rebounding that you were talking about. And it's a great point. But last year, my starting power forward in 29 minutes a game
guy
got me 3 rebounds a game.
My guy, HD.
3 rebounds, and I was fine, right?
It
wasn't like every night we're going, oh, the rebounding's terrible. Sure, they have their nights like any team.
Right.
But that's what you'd be replacing.
No, I hear you. I hear you on that. Yeah, I don't know, man.
I'm starting to sound like Will. 3 rebounds.
3 rebounds, right? Yeah, Cam Johnson's a 4 rebound kind of guy. And I don't know, man. It's I think he's a good player, a solid player. Does he move? If you get him, are you top 2, top 3 in the West? Like, how much of the needle does he move at $20-something million? To
me, you have a shot to be top 4 if you get him. I think he makes you a lot better. And again, it's not just about this guy he's not that good by himself. It's about how he fits with what you already have in place. And to me, he comes in and everything gets better because he's such a good fit in so many areas.
No, I hear you. I agree. He would, out of all the guys that we talked about free agency, Precious Achiuwa, things like that, I might even be higher on Cam because I also think Cam still has some tremendous upside. Yeah, I saw him in a game outduel the Warriors, drop 35 against Golden State, hit big shot after big shot. We need guys like that won't cower in the moment. And he's shown that he can rise to the occasion.
It's like, about every player, you got to ask the question like Jay asked about Orlando Robinson. Well, what does he do? Because everybody has things they do and things they don't do. And there are some things about Cam Johnson we still don't know about it. Can he stay healthy? Blah, blah, blah. He's a shooter. That guy can shoot.
Yeah, and he takes 6 a game over his last 4 seasons, 5 seasons or so, and made 39% last season. His worst season outside of his second year he made 34.9, but 2 seasons ago, 37.2. Still very respectable. Like, Cam Johnson is the type of guy you can't just be like, see him get the ball at the 3, wave your hand, go ahead, shoot it. Like, you got to close out on him.
Right.
And that helps you out in other areas offensively.
I hate guarding those guys, huh? Right. The guys at the clubs, like, you can't let them shoot that.
Right. I don't want to run. I don't want to challenge. Yeah, I'm with you on that.
You want to get into this NBA overrated conversation?
Should we? We got Imran coming up at 3:30, though, right? Yeah. Save that. Save that.
When we come back, we'll tell you about why the Warriors marketing thing, I don't like to be the one to tell you this, but it might not be dead yet. Next on Sactown Sports.